Italian Catholic wants to know when I'm coming over to his side.
Oh, okay.
No, so you saw my little joke there with. All right.
Yes.
So let's say the wife's fooling around.
Yes.
So why is the wife fooling around? Either she's a tramp, or maybe her husband's not paying good enough attention to her.
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. So there's usually sometimes there's reasons for adultery. Maybe some other guy came on to her, and it wasn't. Had he come on to her yesterday, tomorrow, nothing would have happened. But he came on to her when she was most vulnerable. I don't know what happened.
Right.
She could have said no, should have said no, didn't say no. But Judaism doesn't believe in, at least Judaism that's been practiced the last 2,000 years, doesn't believe in putting an adulterer to death.
Okay. So they believe in trying to work things out, or do you separate them?
So you have things like a divorce, trying to think, even with divorce, it depends on the rabbi. Like, come back to me, think it over for 2 weeks, then come back to me.
Okay.
If the rabbi has any brains, which a lot of them don't.
Right.
Okay.
So they give them an option to try to work things out.
I would hope so. I would pray so.
Okay. So as far as my take on all this, I mean, the whole practice of everything, it's very interesting. I didn't know that there were so many things that go on, like the components for.
From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, from the moment we're born to the moment we die.
So there's a lot of things that happen, especially when you're like your daily
Gazillions.
Daily life, huh?
Gazillions.
That's impressive.
It is. That drives me crazy. Why do you think I lost my hair?
Oh. Very well. But yeah, such as a diet, I didn't know there are certain ways you have to like.
Well, it gets worse. I'll give you an example. Last Tuesday, so what, 9 days ago, I had to meet somebody. We arranged to meet in Minneapolis. I don't do this often. And we met at the airport. It worked out very well. He was coming in from City X, I'm coming in from here, and we arranged to meet. We didn't have to go through security again because we met on the safe side of the airport, the secure side, correct? So I came in at 12:30, and I had to sign a whole bunch of papers. And he said, I'd like to get some lunch. I said, let's do it. Well, he sat and ate lunch, and I sat and watched him. Because, do you follow?
Right.
Now, I didn't complain. I wasn't hungry. I brought with something. But I wasn't that hungry. Could I have taken it out of, let's say, a cold hamburger or something, cooked? Could I have taken it out? Sure, I could have taken it out. I wasn't that hungry. Waited till we shook hands. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I had 2-hour wait or hour and a half wait till my plane's coming back to Dallas. I took out my lunch, bought myself a Dr. Pepper. I was a happy man, and I ate. But I'm not going to get kosher food unless I'm in Tel Aviv.
Right. Okay. So as far as bread goes, like, are you?
Well, okay. So we have ingredients. I have 2 ingredients I have to worry about. One is the fat, the oil that they're using.
The fat and the oil.
Because when you bake bread, X amount is going to be some sort of fat.
Okay.
So how do I know it's not animal fat?
That's true. You gotta look at what's being used.
Now it gets worse, because USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, will say the following: we'll give you a tolerance of, let's say, 3. I'm making this up. I might be off a little bit. They'll say we'll give you a tolerance of 3%, meaning if you had 97% pure vegetable shortening and 3% lard, you can label as pure vegetable shortening. We won't bother you. They label as pure vegetable shortening, but it's 3% lard. I'm not going to eat it.
So you have to eat it without anything.
I have to eat it with what we call supervision. Let me show you something. Hang on for a second. Can I get up? I won't be long, I promise.
Run,
I'm
though.
not going to leave the room.
Just run, okay? Oh, you're giving us candy?
Okay. See what this is?
It's a bag of chips.
You're exactly correct. I want you to look very carefully. Look over here. Take it, hold it. What does it say?
Gluten-free.
Yeah, beside that. In addition to that. There's a little symbol, and what does it say?
Kosher.
Okay. The symbol is an overseeing agency for kosher. They actually have rabbis that go down to their plant. They show them the ingredients, etc. The rabbis ask questions, keep their eyes open, and then they say, okay, you've conformed to my standards,
Mhm.
and therefore we will permit you to stamp it. If we find out if there's any hokey pokey, we're pulling our standards right away.
Oh wow.
Now that will sue you for fraud
Yeah,
because you're selling this as kosher, and if it's
That's
not,
kosher.
you're gonna be right.
So, wow.
So if I buy cookies,
It has to be kosher.
it's got to have a kosher label.
Very well.
Bread, kosher label. Which direction are you going when you leave here?
I'm going to
South.
south.
Okay. Next time you get a chance, there's a Tom Thumb on Forest and Preston.
Mm.
I'd like you to go in there. And I'd like you to look at any of the baked goods. There's only 2 of these Tom Thumbs in all of Dallas. Everything that's baked on the premises is kosher. Now they could sell things that are not kosher, but they're just distributing them from other stores. But if it's Tom Thumb baked, I could go hours, the phone never rings. This better be the White House.
Yeah, okay.
Hello? Yes. But it should have come even earlier. Okay, good. But thank you so much for calling back. You've restored my reputation. Okay, take care. Bye bye. We did a funeral last week, and some costs. The family was just dirt poor, so I said we'll take care of. He called. I said, "You heard my conversation." I said,
Yes.
So he called back. He said, "Yeah, we have the check." Go to that store. The bakery is going to be on the left when you walk in.
Mm.
You'll see stickers on every loaf of bread that they sell that's theirs. And it's going to say KD. D is Dallas, K kosher. Dallas kosher.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. But
You won't find it at other Tom Thumb stores.
you said the one on Forest.
Forest and Preston.
Okay.
And you'll find it Campbell and Coit. Those are the only 2 that I know of.
Okay. All right, I'll take a look into it.
And in the back of the store, they actually have kosher butcher shop. That's running in the store.
Oh wow, okay. I'll take.
So I could buy hamburger meat there,
Mhm.
and I could buy steaks there, etc. Now they sell non-kosher steaks too, but these are going to have the label on them.
So you can't eat chicken or fish either, or is it
Correct. Fish is different. Fish, I'm glad you asked that. Fish must have fins and scales.
So you can eat tuna.
We do.
You can eat salmon.
We do.
Yeah, salmon's great. But you can't eat like trout.
No, trout has fins and scales. I eat it. I love it.
Okay.
I haven't liked trout. I like trout a lot. I'll take trout over tuna any day.
Yeah, trout's pretty good.
Halibut, I'll die for. And there's a
But-
great fish up north. I'm a northerner by temperament.
Okay.
And there's a great, you go about 1,000 miles north of here, 900 miles north of here,
Mhm.
you will find a fish in Minnesota called pike.
Oh, pikefish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really,
Walleye pike, to die for.
it's good.
That's unbelievable.
But yeah, and then this is actually really interesting. I like.
That's what your mama said yesterday.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on. All key components here. You
Look,
know.
Judaism, ideally, from ideal to real are 2 different things. Ideally, Judaism should make you a better person. So far, I haven't seen it. But ideally,
Very well. You sure you didn't want to be a comedian?
oh no, if I were a comedian, they'd all lose their jobs. So much better than they are.
Okay.
You know what the sad part is? See, your mama laughs at me. You laugh at me. My wife doesn't think I'm funny.
Really? Wow. She's missing out.
It's pathetic. Everybody laughs except for my wife. What do you think?
She probably well, she lives with you, so she's like, oh.
Yeah, she deserves a reward.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to explain
Anything.
everything.
Right. We still have
You know,
people. She's
just-
not here yet. You want to talk? Keep on talking. You don't want to talk? That's okay.
Good. I got 30 minutes of video, so I mean that was great.
Okay, stand next to the rabbi and you introduce yourself, Rabbi. Not that as
Just
a comedian.
don't
No.
sue me. for telling people that if she misbehaves, she's a tramp, etc.
No, don't worry about that.
We're turning this video in.
Guys can't be tramps. Guys always have to be upright. There can be nothing wrong. Stand up.
Okay, but I thank you for explaining everything. All right.
I thank
so
you for
we're good.
asking.
We're good.
Did you get all that?